So there you go, oh, can't make a wife out of a hoe, oh, I'll never find the words to say I'm sorry, but I'm scared to be alone.
Alright guys, welcome back to another video. So this is the bigger planes that are done for now, other than the 747-300. So this is the Garuda, well, not really Garuda, Republik Indonesia Boeing 777-300ER. So yeah, made by Phoenix. Alright, so you can see here Boeing and its trademark here, 777-300ER and its trademark. Then you've got the digitalized drawing. Now you can see here it says Garuda, and then it says here Republik Indonesia. Even on the bottom of the box it says Republik Indonesia. Obviously what you'll be asking me, what's with the K at the Republic? Well, this is Bahasa Indonesia, the official language for Indonesia, and the C is replaced with K. Yeah. And then the registration is at the bottom, PKGIG. Alright, so 1/100 scale again by Phoenix. So we're gonna look at the bottom now. So it's just a Phoenix logo and a digitalized drawing in red. You can see over on the right side, a starry sky with a warning sign and a Phoenix logo, eh? Then same for the top, digitalized drawing and Phoenix logo. Then on the right side, starry space, the heart of aviation, true scale collectible, super detailed graphics, realistic feature antennas, rollable wheels with metal landing gears, and the Phoenix logo. Now if you do take notice, the background is actually a volcano, active volcano mountain. If I'm correct, this should be in Indonesia. I just don't know where, because I'm not really from Indonesia. But moving on, let's get into the unboxing. So we're just gonna open from the right side. I know I didn't bring my knife today, I'm sorry. So there it is. That's about it. So it's quite a big one, huh? If I give you an impression of my index finger, it's about this big. So you can see it's about, if it's large, it's about 2 of my index fingers, maybe 1.5. And then the wing itself is 2 of it, mine. So yeah. So as you can tell, the there is a, what's it called, plastic sheet at the top, eh? So we are gonna open it from the bottom. Now if you can look at the basic here on the antennae, you got one large grey radome here, and if you can see one small antenna here, one slightly smaller radome here, and 2 antennas at the rear. Now if you look at the bottom, yeah, the bottom only has one over here, red one. It's red in color, quite unique though. And then yeah, so if you can look at this from the bottom, so I don't have to see the bottom later, the gears are there. It's triple bogey together with the Phoenix, other Phoenix logo, the whole stand, and then yeah, it shows PKGIG over there. Now you can see obviously the outline of the rigged wingtips, as you can see. And yeah, now if we think about the mold, we'll get into that later, but we're just gonna take it out first, eh? So oh, forgot like what I said, bottom side. Yep, I'm quite forgetful. And out it comes. Now we're just gonna take it out here and place it down here. Now let me imply my GSE set from JC Wings. I'm planning to get a mod, which should suffice for now. In the meantime, yeah, admire this. Alright, and so we are back. Now obviously now I've got my plastic mat here, so you can see the 777 is here. Now ERs are only a bigger wingspan, so really doesn't make a difference. So it's the same as the 747. Right then, so we're gonna place it down. Alright, just nice, and then we'll put it by the 777. There you go. Now, obviously this looks a bit plain, and if you have seen my recent video on the 757, well, you would have known I added something extra. This, my friends, is a pushback tab on the JC Wings ground equipment set, and we're gonna place that all the way here. And well, for this one, because it's big enough and high enough, we can add a high stair. Now with this high stair, what we're gonna do is we're gonna place it by this side on the front L1. Now you can, it's slightly higher than the door, but it should match overall. Yeah, slightly higher. Obviously, to give you a size comparison, I'm gonna put all the way at L5, this, which is the lowest there. So obviously you can see a compromise here, you know, between this and this. Obviously I'll go for the higher one because it matches with the door better. Okay, and then yeah, I'll leave you to it, and in the meantime, while I prepare with my mold, I will you can admire this, eh? Alright, so now begins the admiring of it for a few seconds, eh? Before we move on to the mold. Alright, so here's a fun fact that you may not know, is that this aircraft, if I show you the bottom, is tiltable. Right, if you can see what I'm trying to say, it can tilt back and forth, and some way or another, left and right. Yeah, you know, you've got omnidirectional gear. Okay, so obviously when the aircraft is coming in a landing position, it will be in sort of a this way. You can see it's omnidirectional compared to the other plane. So yeah, overall I think that the mold is not bad for the price you pay for it. Alright, so we now move on to the mold. So the mold is well, when it first came out in 2007, alright, and has been used 183 times up till now, 2021. It's pretty strong. Well, back in 2007. For now, it's the casting and everything is okay. I think most of the people would say that their major criticism would be the engine, which if I can give you an seeing why, it's quite small. Like if you compare the whole thing, the whole plane itself to the engine, yes, the engine is supposed to be small, but how small you need to be, okay? For a better look, the engines are supposed to be slightly bigger. Okay, if you take it from this perspective, alright, the engines need to be about a teeny wee bit taller. It needs to match out from this perspective up to roughly about the wing root here. It needs to be as tall as that, roughly, if I'm correct. So I got to say it's quite small. And if you look in a nice perspective, you can see that the whole fuselage is quite straight. Then you look at the engines. Why are they tilting down? You know, you can see that, you know, they're not straight. If you compare my finger to the fuselage, this is tilting down slightly. Yeah, so I think that Phoenix needs to recognize this and really change it, because this has been used since 2007. That's roughly 14 years. It's a lot of changes over the years, you know. But luckily this does not suffer from the printing error that most cockpit windows of 777s have. You know, the cockpit window is beautifully angled to the real one in the real life, you know. But obviously people are saying that, like I said, how long do they want to use this? How far do they want to go? You've got people who are launching molds in 2014, 2019. Aviation 400 has one in 2019 and looks pretty strong. I think that, you know, Phoenix has to up their game as soon as Aviation 400 or even Aero Classic starts to join, because some of their molds are one of the more powerful ones. Okay, so now we're gonna go into the exact detail of it, not just the molds anymore. So I'm gonna remove these stairs for better view. So now if you look here, alright, and you wonder why is that Garuda Indonesia on the side of door L1, but why is it not Garuda but Republik Indonesia? Why? It's very simple. Leasing. Now the Republic of Indonesia has very few private jets. They only have one Avro RJ85 and a 737-800 BBJ. Now these do not have the range to effectively make it to Europe, so sometimes when they go for G20 in Europe, they have to fly the multiple hop route. So my best guess is that either A, the Indonesian government is testing out this 777-300ER, leasing it out from the Garuda to use as effective test trial to see whether is it worth to actually buy a 777 for their long haul flights. You know, just in case the current president Joko Widodo wants to go to America for state visit or whatnot, he is able to use something that can cross the Pacific, you know, faster, you know, maybe through Hawaii, you know, direct, rather than, you know, hopping up the north, you know, through Anchorage and whatnot. You know, so my best guess is they're leasing from Garuda to use it. Now, if you note the livery, this isn't your typical Garuda livery, you know, that has your nice blue, green, cyan, teal at the back. You know, and there's no Garuda. There's no Garuda symbol, just Garuda. Why? 1969 retro livery, painted by Garuda Indonesia to celebrate its 50th anniversary. Now, this has also been painted on an A330 and a Boeing 737-800. Obviously, this 777 went on to be leased to Republik Indonesia and retains this livery. My best guess is that it wants to use it once the lease is done, which effectively is no one knows, because it's between Garuda and the government. Garuda Indonesia and the Indonesian government. Overall, you can see that I also find that the grey radome is something funny, but it's actually real in real life. I think my best guess is to match in with the 1969 retro livery, you know, to signal the black and white era. Then you've got your escape slides over here, but I think that they're slightly misprinted, eh? Does anyone think that way? Because it's not connected to the door. It only extends up from the rear door when it's supposed to encompass the whole door. I think that's something that everyone can say lah, you know, for sure. Either that or it's something typical that I didn't really care. But again, I have one question. How long do you want to use this mode? You know, if you're gonna use this continually, you know that the mode's gonna be outdated and you're gonna, you know, run out of people who are willing because they can find better modes. So I would say, I think Phoenix, it's time for an update. And with that, we move on to a montage of the full GSE equipped 777. Thank you for watching this and see you guys next time. Bye!